Francis says that PBO, when you mentioned the Department of Defense, is that the same thing as the DoD scholarship available to college students?
I believe so. I need to double check it. But yeah, Department of Defense, like he mentioned before, they're trying to up the level of cybersecurity people. So now they're giving scholarships out to people, especially females. There's a ton of scholarships out there for females. So, but yeah, there's a ton of scholarships out there. Especially if you're a black person, especially black, they work on a PhD, really anybody. But if you're a minority trying to get in there, scholarships are out there galore.
No, that's good to hear. So talk about this, right? We haven't got to this. And Venator, I'm about to get you. Well, before we get to that, Venator says, so I can stay motivated to make my videos. My channel is also getting me to experience solve problems in tech. Yep, absolutely. So Venator is an MIS major, and he has a channel out there. I'm not shout out your channel, Venator, so we can put it in the chat too and get folks over there. But yes, absolutely. So that's the thing about having a channel as well too, guys. It is having the ability to learn, right? Because I get a chance to bring in people like Professor Black Ops, people like Gabe, people like Gibran, people like Rich, right? That can come on this channel and share information, and it's keeping me sharp, right? I just learned about this whole red, blue, and purple team today, right? And obviously, I'm in a tech space, but I'm on a completely different side of it, right? So the fact of the matter is, when you have a channel like this, you can bring people on. It helps keep you sharp, because then you can start to research when people ask you questions and this and that, the other. People ask me questions about MIS degrees in colleges in India. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, like, the majority of them are in the US that I know of, right? But I go and research, and you learn about this stuff, and you start to be able to ask and answer those questions, right? So absolutely, having a YouTube channel is not only bringing you the ability to create a brand for yourself, but also to solve people's problems, and also the ability to continuously learn, because you are going to be continuously learning. So I love that. Professor Black,
let me jump on that real quick. I just got a job offer. Somebody saw me interviewing somebody, and I just got a federal interview. I think the pay was $175 because somebody saw me doing an interview on my YouTube channel.
Yep. See, exposure. That's it, right? I mean, like, it's amazing that you said that, because something like that most recently happened for me too. Professor Black Ops, you're absolutely right. When you have and you're building a brand like that, and you're looking to help people are going to be looking at people and looking at your skill sets and what you're doing. And, you know, it's going to open up other opportunities for you as well, too. So a great thing. I'm glad that you said that. Brother Gibran, who was with us on Saturday, man, shout out to you for the platform. Much respect for doing the work your way, man. I appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you so much for coming on the platform on Saturday and chopping it up with all of us, man. That was a good conversation. I really appreciate that. Restored Highly Favored said this: Aaron, that women part jargon you're splitting is a whole lie. LOL, we need degrees and other stuff. Sometimes women get tried. I don't know what Aaron said, but
I don't know.
Aaron, keep it professional in the chat. If you're talking about women in the chat, we got women watching us, man.
I need a little more detail on that, Aaron.
I do too. I'm not going to get there though if he's talking about women in IT.
It's like Kevin Samuels, man. We IT in it today. We ain't high value in it today. We are high value, but we're not high value in it today. That's a different conversation for a different day.
That's a different conversation for a different day. And not only that, just tech people in general, right? You don't even have to call yourself high value. You just do it, right? That's the whole point. You do it, you know you're making the money, and you just get it done, right? And that's the whole point. That's pretty awesome. Aaron B said, "Scroll up." Nah, I'm not even gonna go to it, Aaron B. You're starting to cause some trouble in here. So we're not gonna allow you to do that. Well, guys, Professor Black Ops, man. Anything else you want to contribute to the show today? I wanted to bring you on just to chop it up, right? To talk about cybersecurity, especially around the introduction of it. One thing I do want to ask you, right? Because, you know, as a professor, I remember you saying this to me, that there was somebody that was in your class who was a archaeologist or something like that, and they went back to school. Talk about this, because you like to talk about the money aspects of it, right? And that's something that we haven't talked about. Talk about the money that you can actually make in cybersecurity? Because I want to lead people off with that piece of it, right? To give them the ability to just understand what we're talking about here. We're talking about life changing, right? We're talking about something that you can you can change your entire situation by spending a year getting a degree, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. But the at the grand scheme of things, you're talking about life changing money, right? So talk about salaries and the ranges of things like that, so that people who are interested in cybersecurity, who's kind of on the fence, can potentially even do a little bit more research on it. Talk about that.
Like I'm gonna start with the team I work on. I'm just gonna talk course in generalities. My team is old. My team is seasoned. Everybody on that team makes six figures. Everybody. The lowest person is gonna be six figures. Now let's work for a big organization. You got 50. You got some junior cybersecurity people. They got a couple years experience and they're looking at logs and they're working on the stock. They're still gonna be at 75 or 80 at the lowest. The two is, once you get some experience, once you take the step, and once you start managing people, I mean, you had an article, you can easily make 200, 300,000. I'm in the Midwest, man. I'm in Indiana with cornfields. If you make six figures in Indiana, you killing it, because housing here is cheap.
Yep.
We're not talking about $4,000 in the studio. You can get a decent apartment for $950. You know, you ain't high up, but you ain't in the hood. So if you're making six figures and your apartment's $900, like my man Heights, you can buy some more real estate, right? You have some disposable income, right? And two is, like we talked about, cybersecurity is vast.
Yep.
Like we talked about security analysts, we talked about red team, blue team, purple team, CISOs. We talked about the compliance manager. She bossed me around. Killer black lady, I'm gonna have her on the channel. Super smart. She's six figures. She's not technical, right? She's managing the compliance so we can do what we need to do. So there's so many avenues in cybersecurity. Just do the work. Shout out to my man Kev Tech, just doing big things. I always got to give out a shout out to him. We were just chopping it up on LinkedIn. We were talking about learning. I told him 53-year-old people got to learn too. shout out to old people. So
shout out to my man Kev Tech IT support, guys. Another fantastic YouTuber who's out there giving a game on help desk and IT support, guys. If this is another way, guys, that if you want to break into IT, right, go and watch Kev IT Support's channel, because I've gone through his videos and he does detailed analysis on the things that you can start doing today to become or to get into IT and start making and growing a salary like right away. And a lot of it, you know, we talk about degrees and stuff like that over here, but you don't necessarily need a degree to go into that level of IT over there, right? And you can still make a great salary, a great living, continue to learn and climb the ladder and make even more. And Kev Tech, he does a fantastic job at demonstrating the types of skills that you need and the things you need to learn in order for you to get to that position. So shout out to Kev Tech, man. I appreciate you coming through the channel, my man, and staying here and watching us, man. We're going to have to collab one of these days, my brother. I really appreciate all the work that you're doing as well for us, my man. Who else we got out here?
Let me chime in on Kev Tech. Yeah. Even though I'm a veteran and I've been in there, Kev Tech Azure videos, even though I'm at a high level, I need to understand the basics of Azure. It's different than Amazon. I learned a lot for looking at his basic videos. I can map it to AWS, but you always learning, because there's just so much stuff out here you got to learn. Like, I look like every vendor software that come into our organization, so I got to understand Amazon. I got to understand Azure. I got to understand Rackspace, right? They're each a little different. So his beginning set for Azure, I thought was great. I learned a little bit from that too.
I've checked out a lot of his videos as well too, man. And seriously, you want to learn something? If you want to learn, you know, technical stacks and stuff like that, and how to do things from on the Microsoft and Linux and stuff like that, go check out Kev IT Support, man. He'll get you right. Let's see. Let's see. You can reference your potential employers to your YouTube channel so that they can see. Yeah. So Kev Tech, you know, one of the things that he actually said was, you know, doors open when you help people. And I'll go back to this one, right? Because that's absolutely right. Doors open when you help people. People notice what you're doing. Just need to have patience. Patience is a virtue. 100%, Kev. I'm like, I can just tell you this right now, man. When people see the authenticity, or put it like this, doors open when you solve people's problems and you solve problems for people, right? And also solving problems for people is helping people. And with that being said, opportunities are going to be endless. When you actually put in the time to help people, it's going to continuously stack up, and it's going to be abundance of love or whatever else you're going to get from that, because it's energy you're putting out to the universe in your time, and it always comes back. And typically when it comes back, if you're doing the right thing, it comes back 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, right? So that's why I am under the complete belief of helping people, being a positive person, because everything you put out there, it comes back eventually. And I want to see it comes back 10 times, right? So you're absolutely right. You put it out there, you help people, you solve people's problems, and before you know it, man, you're doing very well for yourself. You're doing very well for yourself. I'm glad that you actually said that, my man.
Facts.
Anything in here? This is very constructive energy. I appreciate you, Cadbury Hardwell. So you already talked about the salary. It's vast. You can make a lot of money in cybersecurity. You can make a lot of money in tech in general, guys. I just, that's why we talk about it on this channel, and that's why we have some of the experts that come through and chop it with us. Professor Black Ops, anything else you want to leave us with, my man?
No, I think Kev Tech, Dewan, just get your lab on, grind. Let's get it. It's out here for us to get it. Like you said, there's a ton of channels. If you reach out to me on my channel, professorblackops.gmail.com, I'm going to hook you up with somebody, or I'm going to help you. Like I said, I came on here, I didn't want to step, so I'm going to give you some advice. If you need some more advice, I'm going to say dig in your pocket, see my man Black Heights. He's going to take you over the top, man. He got that skill. You getting a help desk, Kev Tech's in the house, Linux, Keep It Techies in the house, Network Bros in the house. There's just so many people, Techno Chatter. There's just so many guys in this space that's helping. So I'm going to give you my 2 cents, then I'm going to send you to somebody that I know is going to even help you even more. So, but my specialty is federal cybersecurity, meaning you report in a federal agency, IRS, FISMA, OSHA. So, but just get it. It's out here like the young slave. Let's get the bag, man. I'm old. I got one more bag to get when I'm 60. Then I'm going to shut it down. So let's get this last bag for me. A couple more bags for the Kev Tech and the young guys. I'm 53. I need one more bag to get to 60. Then I'm shutting it down, fellas. And I told Kev Tech this morning, I like you see you running with the torch, young guy. Let me know if I can help you. I'm old. I just need one more. I just need a little bag. I don't even need a big bag. I need one more little bag. We're going to make it, fellas. Let's get it. That's all I got, man. Let's get it.
I appreciate you so much, PBO, man. Thank you so much for stopping into the show today. Guys, wonderful interaction in the chat, man. Guys, thank you so much for all the support, all the super chats. I really appreciate you guys continuing to support the channel, man. And you know how we do it. You guys know how we do it, man. Let me put myself up on the screen here. And until next time, y'all. Peace.